Welcome to the Good Life YouTube channel. I help people plan cruises all around the world. Not only do I help them find the best ships to go on, I also help them plan a whole list of activities to do out there. So if something you're interested in, click the link in my bio and I'll send you some great cruise offers. But what I want to talk about in this video is Bimini, Bahamas. So I recently took a cruise out there myself. I actually just got back from Bimini about a week ago and it was absolutely amazing. The water was absolutely beautiful, which is what I care about most when I go to these places. Here's some pictures. So you can probably tell that I definitely did like Bimini, Bahamas. I absolutely loved it. Like when you get out there, they have a couple private beaches that you can like paid access. And of course I went in January, so my experience is probably a lot different than if you go in the summer or something like that. But instead of going to one of the private beaches, I went out to one of the locals, asked what the best beach was, took a taxi out there, and for a long time, me and my friends were actually the only people on the beach itself. While the actual beaches that you pay to access were definitely crowded. And like the one we went on, so like right when you get off the boat, there's a beach out there that's free to use. One we went to was much further down, and it did end up getting a little crowded. But yeah, for a while it was just us. It's definitely a small island, so if you've been to like Nassau, Bahamas, you know that one's absolutely huge. Bimini was a lot of locals, but it was a small island, very easy to get around. Some of the prices, like they had golf carts and stuff you could rent out there. You got to be careful with those because there definitely is room to negotiate. Like they will definitely negotiate with you, and they'll also quote you different numbers. Like when we got quoted, they quoted us $200. We met some other people out there that quoted 120. So definitely want to negotiate on that. But there's also a ton of excursions to do. There's a giant shipwreck out there that you can go snorkel at. This one, you know, if you go with Carnival or Royal Caribbean, you won't find this excursion on any of their lists, and you won't find this excursion anywhere online. But they do shark cage diving out there. Basically, you got to talk to the locals and they'll tell you a lot of the different stuff you can do. But once you do, they'll send you somewhere you can do shark cage diving, but it's not part of the actual list of excursions that they do there at all. But anyway, Bimini was an absolute paradise. They had jet skis you could rent out there. It's about 60 miles from Miami. So while like I was just sitting on the beach, you know, relaxing, swimming in the water, they had tons of yachts just coming up from Miami, like people going out there for the day. And I thought that was pretty cool to see. But one of the coolest things about Bimini, and I don't know if this is like just the Bahamas itself or Bimini specifically, but the wildlife out there was insane. Just while I was swimming, now keep in mind, this is not any excursion at all. Like I'm just swimming in the ocean. Not only do I see a shark out there that I'm just swimming with, like, you know, insanely close to me, like I'm just swimming, you can see shark in a wave. I also saw stingrays out there, actually in the water. And then also when you're walking the pier along Bimini, you'll see stingrays like crazy just in the water itself. And from talking to some of the locals, Bimini is one of the best fishing spots in the country. So you'll have people coming from Miami out there just to go fishing for the day because it's ripped with wildlife. And then you have one side of the island, a very small island, you know, with great beaches, waves, and all that. But the other side is a lot better for like the fishing. The water is a lot calmer. It's blocked by some other islands, so it's good to go out there. But when it comes to excursions, I definitely recommend going snorkeling out there for the shipwreck. Because again, Bimini has an insane amount of wildlife out there. So you'll have a good time just seeing all the fish and everything. But the shipwreck's really cool. If you're adventurous, again, you won't be able to find on the Carnival excursions list or any of those. But there is shark cage diving out there. But even if you don't want to pay for an excursion and just want to sit on the beach, at least in my experience, you will see a lot of wildlife out there just naturally, which is really cool. And the beach was one of the most amazing beaches I've ever been to. So anyway, I definitely recommend going to Bimini, Bahamas. And if you're going on a cruise soon, click the link in my bio. Not only will I help you plan the cruise itself, but I'll send you a whole list of excursions that I think you would really like. So check that out, link in bio. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel.